In this time of Christmas, during which we wait for the day that we remember and celebrate Christ's birth, we should pay careful attention to the fact that Jesus dwells within each of us. As Christians, we know that the Holy Spirit dwells within us. 1 Corinthians 6:19-20 says, "Do you not know that your bodies are the temple of God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore honor God with your bodies." As I was preparing myself to give this reflection on what this Christmas season should be about, I thought about my classmate Londell, who was senselessly murdered. I wondered what his knowledge of the Lord was. Was he saved? Did he even care? Was anyone an example of Jesus in his life? I was not close to Londell, but at my school, we are all brothers, and he was one of us. The second thing that came to my mind was the theme of a retreat that my school was a part of this year. The theme was "Be Christ to others. Be Christ to one another." That really struck me, because during this Christmas season, we await the one who changes who we are. Every part of our being changes as God's love envelops us through the gift of Jesus Christ. It is not physically being Christ to that person, but exemplifying him and living up to the standards he held. That's a pretty big task, to walk and talk like the King, and to be righteous, even when it's difficult, even when we're just tired. But let us remember that Jesus was tired up on the cross, and yet he suffered that same cross for everybody. This Christmas season, we as the people of God need to make sure that we act like Christ. Whenever people ask me how I see God, or how he is present in my life, I always get the same question: "Oh, how do you know he's real?" I see God through the people that reflect God. I see him through my church family, my teachers, the married brothers at my school, and the many other people who are dear to me, who have been examples of God in my life. My parents especially, and my grandparents. This season should be about the season of giving light to those who live in darkness. Think about those people who you regularly interact with, whether it's at work, school, one of your family members, a friend, or the clerk at the bank. How did you carry yourself? Did calm, peace, and love seem to radiate from you? Or did that person get bad vibes after interacting with you? Now think about those same people, but the ones you know are not saved. Colossians 4 verse 5 is one of my favorites. It says, "Be wise in the way you act towards outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity." Christ came to earth to teach us to live righteously, to teach us to live a life of dedication and surrender to God, and ultimately to save our souls. We are not just Christians, but a people set apart through the seal of salvation that comes from Christ's shed blood. We must be Christ to the outsiders, those who are apart from us in faith. This season of Christmas and the upcoming new year, we should learn to give the gift of Jesus. This doesn't mean that every time we act as Jesus did, people are going to jump off the walls to accept him. It can be a process, but one very much worth the wait. People watch, and they watch closely. Everything we do, every person we surround ourselves with, and every place we are at. By the same token, those who watch and see our light shine, the light of Jesus, may be inspired, touched, and ultimately saved. So let us walk in Jesus' ways and celebrate this Christmas, knowing that we walk on firm ground, with the full armor of God on, as Pastor Sam recently preached, so that we can be Christ to someone else. God bless you.
Amen.